Hello everyone, it is Christine here, back for our stitch along, and we're continuing with buttonhole stitch, and we are going to be working on a buttonhole wheel for this session. Now, interestingly, I do believe the buttonhole wheel is the same as the blanket stitch wheel. So there you go. But I thought we'll do it anyway because it's nice for these pieces to have as many variations as possible on them. So what I've done in preparation is just drawn around the base of one of my cotton reels, or you could use a large button if you had one, or some other circular shape, using my friction marker, which erases with heat. And then I've also just done a little dot approximately in the center. So I've got some crochet yarn that I'm using and a pretty large needle, partially so you can see where I'm putting it, and I've just put a little knot in the end of my crochet thread, and I'm going to pop through the fabric at the base of or the outer area of the wheel, and then I'm going to hold my thread over there, and then I'm going to pop my needle into the center of the wheel and pop my needle back out on the rim a little bit around from where my thread started. And by coming out over the top of the thread, we are going to create a little loop. And I'm just going to make sure I'm not tying a knot with my tail of my thread around my thread. There we go. So as we work around, we're going to always make sure our thread is pulling in the direction we are moving around the circle, and that will just help to keep that nice little outer shape. So again, going through the center and then angling my needle out partway around the circle. So sort of, oh, sorry for banging the camera, and approximately equal distance to what we went the last time. And I think this stitch is actually easier to do not in the hoop. I think last time we were doing it, we were in the hoop, and I'm finding it definitely easier not to be in the hoop when I'm doing it. So I hope you're all having a great day or a great evening. If it does sort of buckle like that, all you have to do is just kind of, stretch it back into the shape it should be. But yeah, just holding that thread with your thumb does help just to keep the tension on while you do the pulling through. And always just keeping it pointing around in the direction that we're going. So again, I'm going to clamp it down with my thumb, pop my needle back into the center, pop out on the rim. So it's interesting when stitches can have multiple names and be, sort of accounted for in different stitches. That's where this project is fun. We're sort of getting to see connections between things and how to use stitches to create different things. So again, pulling in the direction I'm moving around the circle. I do like it on this jolly stripy fabric. It's rather nice and definitely makes it much easier than the fabric that's underneath, which does just have that tendency to fray. So I'm glad I put this fabric here to stitch on. So that's a handy little trick to have in your repertoire if you've got a problem fabric, but you still want to have it as your base. Now you'll need quite a bit of thread for this. I actually started doing a round of this and realised my thread was way too short. So I could have restarted it, but I just thought for the ease of you having a video where I'm not rethreading and tying knots and all of those things, I would just get a longer piece of thread and restart and redo the video. So it's a glorious Saturday here when I'm filming this. Lovely sunny day, blue skies, only a few clouds in the sky. We've been out for a few lovely walks, Alex and Travis and I. Went to our favourite park that looks down over and across Melbourne and out towards the bay, which also happens to house the reverse art truck, but I was so good, didn't go. I'm like, I think I've got enough fabrics overrunning my craft room at the moment with all the fabrics I've got out, working away on my great big little stitchery swaps, which is just so much joy. Thank you so much, Annie Claxton. You're just, yeah, you're a rock star. Annie for president, I don't know, queen something. I did give her a crown in the little stitchery square I made for her, which I think is very fitting. But I hope you're getting lots of lovely rest, Annie, if you happen to be watching this. I know you sometimes get to be able to drop into our little Stitch Along live premiere sessions when we get to have a bit of a chat. But yeah, hope you're resting well, because you give so much out into our community, and sometimes we do need to just give ourselves a bit of extra TLC. I know I was feeling very weary after a big day with an early start and lots and lots of new faces, new people. Yeah, it's amazing how that can take it out of you. So I needed to also follow my own advice and some gentle time for myself as well. Had a nice sleep in this morning actually, which was delightful. Poor Travis though was waiting outside the door. He just waits until I get up. He will sit at the door quietly, not make any noise, just lay down there, watch the door until I emerge. Even if it's an hour, he will just sit there and wait. And then after that, he was rather interested in me making him his second breakfast for the day. So he actually gets Wheat Bix quite early on in the morning. 1 Wheat Bix and some milk. And then he gets a second breakfast, which is vegetables with an egg. So he's a very spoilt boy. We do joke that he eats an even better breakfast than we do. We usually get some toast if we're lucky. Some days I don't even get to get that either. So he is definitely well catered for. But again, in the interest of self-care, we're going to have a nice little takeaway dinner tonight. So that will be nice, getting some yummy fish and chips from a very good fish and chip shop that we happen to have near us. So there we go. That is a very nice. I'm very happy with that one. Maybe I'm getting better. And I like that it's got, the stripes underneath it, and just, sits on the fabric really beautifully, and just love that sort of shaded effect you get in the centre from the stitches. So I will just tie that off, and then whether we want to do a little French knot in the centre like we did last time, I think it could be nice. I'll just do a single one maybe. Just pop up. I know French knot isn't buttonhole stitch, but maybe I'll do two knots. Poke ourselves back in, hold the thread as we pull it through to keep our knot nice and tight. There we go, just a little knot. You can barely see it, I suppose, but still nice, I think. Straighten it out. So there we go. That is buttonhole wheel stitch, which I believe is the same as blanket wheel stitch. Let's do a little compare and contrast with the two of them next to each other. I'm pretty sure that's got the same look. It's twisting over the spoke and then coming down and around. Yeah, same stitch, different name. So I will see you back. There's one that's called knotted buttonhole stitch. I believe it might be the same as Antwerp stitch, but I'm keen to explore, and we might still add it to this piece anyway. So I'll see you again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.